And hello again, boys and girls. Welcome back to the channel. And of course, I am back. This is your host, Marley Startled. And I've just had lunch, and so it thought we'd give Dune Spies Wars another go. I still got Fremen to get through, and of course, the what's the face? What's the name? I can't remember the name, but the bad guys, quote unquote. So it'll just be a Fremen playstyle playthrough, probably on hard. And afterwards, I've seen that there's a new update to U-Boat, which I will try and get running for tomorrow after I go to the gym and so on and so forth. So without further ado, hello, and hello. Turn on. There we are. So, hello again. So where were we last time? Ah, yes. So go play skirmish mode, and you can see we still got to do the Harkonnen, which we haven't done yet, and the Fremen, which I played offline. Now the Fremen is quite an interesting playstyle. It is more about water. You still need to do spice in that, but it has a lot of potential strengths. One of its strengths is, of course, the ability to ally sieges outside of your own territory, meaning you can get a lot of bonuses. But also a lot of weaknesses. Its early units aren't particularly strong, and it can't use airfields, anything to that effect, meaning that they can somewhat struggle a little bit to control their territory. They do get use of worms, and after I reach a certain level of hegemony, they can, of course, get passive regen for their thumpers, but it is still a pretty difficult nation to master early on. It's very easy to be stomped on early on. So, you can see on the left it's got hegemony by water, so water spam is your answer. Military units receive minus 30% supply drain, meaning they can move around a bit more, be more guerrilla. Now, what they had last time, they've done a recent patch to change caravans. There used to be a caravan system that allowed your units to be invisible and to heal outside of territory, but I suspect it's a bit too OP, and that's why they've taken out of it. There's also been a latest patch, meaning that now spice collectors, I think they have to research a certain tech before they can evacuate their spice collectors or spice harvesters via air, meaning that now they're more likely to be eaten by worms. Whereas the Fremen don't have to worry about that because their collections don't really worry about too much about worms because they're normally quite covert. So we have this, which allows us to Shea Halud, which increases production and allows potential for rebels every day, 5%. And of course we have Sand Killers, where no allies are nearby. You get bonuses to your weapon abilities. You can incite rebellions in the Landsrad, not really worth it. And of course you've got every new village capture increases siege detection progress, which of course gives us 1 authority production per exploited spice field. So this is a pretty powerful one if you're going to use authority spam to get the sieges under control. The rebellion not so much, and Sandkillers are also extremely good. So it'll be a toss up between this one or this one. I think it's going to be the Sandkillers because it's just nice to have a more powerful unit. Of course, we can change the difficulties, so we're going to change the map size to. I'm going to change the AR difficulty to hard this time, not insane, that's hard, to see if it gets any better, and we'll see how we do. And I don't mean assume the gaming position. Now you get to see what I do when I assume the gaming position, which is keep my feet up and then go from there. So here we are, let's pause the game. Immediately find our nearest spice field, which is over here, and immediately go on to warrior production. We can go to 2 speed now. Yes. There it is. There's the village. And go on auto recon, get these boys out to attack this village. We'll hide our tracks. We won't waste time. Let's go, boys. Luckily, they're just 2 sharpshooters, so they shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'm going to make sure our water is high as well. Got to get that water up, otherwise we have problems. Yeah, early units for these guys aren't very strong, but later on they get quite powerful. Take this bad boy, and then we'll go over there and take this one next. So, Spice Field, get a harvesting team, get a water collector or a wind trap for more water. Recruit ourselves a basic militia. And then with these guys, move out to capture the plasteel site. We can also do some research now, so we'll go down to Spice Hegemony. And we're doing pretty well so far. It's early game, pretty basic good expansion. Oh, we get manpower bonuses in this area. The different areas have different bonuses, so we get +2 man production and minus 60% building construction costs, which is very good. So we're secure, we can set up over there. Set up our plasteel there next. Once we get our manpower, we'll upgrade that. So let's get a plasteel site up. That's a wind trap. Plascrete. Let's get a Shah Halud temple. And then we'll upgrade our manpower next. Energy cells aren't particularly useful for Fedakeen, but because it is the border of our territory, we may as well expand. We've got a nice desert here, which means we're going to be pretty safe early on. We'll shoot another boy skirmish this time. And then build us another wind trap. Nice little spy, which we can use for Arrakis detection. Need to get those sieges.
Arrakis is our home. We're going. No matter how much you eat.
Use one of our plasteel here. Build ourselves a recruitment office.
What does Liet command?
Yes.
And then we'll move these guys up to take over Al-Sad, which has got two. Yeah, it should be a pretty easy one. As long as we do a bit of micro. What bonus does this give us? Pretty good bonuses. Good. Good, good, good. We've got our manpower ready. We'll build a manpower site here. See, our money is now a problem. So we start changing our stockpile. This is good. So I'm tempted now to cancel this and go down the Where's the one where we can build? I need a crafts workshop. I need a processing plant, but to build a processing plant, what do I need? Here, I need this, so we'll research that next. Because this is going to make us a ton of money. First siege located, is that right? Oh no, it's a new village controlled. This is not going to have a lot of value for us. So I was going to build a wind trap and head on back south. New spy. Put that into the Coem.
We're listening.
A Landsrad vote. I put all my votes into there. I don't have a lot of Landsrad vote, but
Hard work brings us peace from the guild.
We will help if we can. We won't waste time. We're listening.
it's okay because I now know there is a spice field there, and the spice is more important. The spice is always more important. The spice must flow.
I wait. Ready for patrol. As fast as I can. On
That
our
is
way.
not the base. It's over here then.
As fast as I can. On our way.
Build another manpower point here. Hey Enzo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I took a look at your Russian video about the Russian economy. It seems a lot more complex with like the municipals and things like that. Oh, yeah, the webcam is now up. We've transcended to a new plane. We've gone big. And then U-boat will be our next thing we stream when we get round to it.
Taking position.
You get to see my lovely face now.
Are you well?
It's Civ meets real. It's RTS Civ in the Dune universe. Yeah, it is. It is. It's winter time now in the UK. It's getting chilly, and we're trying to conserve. What do you call it? Trying to conserve energy now because of how bad the heat is. So as it stands, we are doing quite a. So that's why I'm wearing a coat, and a fleece. Fleece.
We'll hunt them down.
No sanctions. It's just that because with the war in the place I'm not allowed to sell on YouTube, it means that the gas prices in we'll call it Europe is really expensive now, and so now we're trying to conserve, try not to use gas as little as possible. Just put in 1 bits of warm kit and so on. Oh yeah, you meant that. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, because of the gas prices, it's just not a good idea. There's no point putting the heat on when I can just wear a coat instead. I mean, it's not cold enough to need the heat just yet. But it's cold enough to wear a coat, if you know what I mean. I'm quite a young spring chicken as well, so...
A nice spot
Yeah.
for an ambush.
Oh, I need 96 authority. We'll get that in a second. Yeah, but electric is also quite expensive as well. Electric and gas is all pretty expensive at the moment. So all you're doing is you're just making one bill more expensive than the other. If you do that.
No matter how much you eat, you wake up fasting.
I mean, it's not the end of the world. I'm not crying. But if I want to have more money in the bank for to buy nice things like the new games and that, I want to make sure I don't overdo the heating bill. What do you want? Okay. So I'm just being rather, what do you call it, shrewd with my money right now. Yeah, exactly. And plus, the computer literally heats the room. Like, this is a good time for games or gaming because the heater literally heats your room. Like, especially my laptop when it's recording and that. Sometimes in the summer, it'll be unbearable because of how hot it gets. I'm going to see if I'm going to give you some money. So if you give me some money, I'll give you some plasteel. There we are. Take the deal. Yes. Let's bring shrewd with the cash. Because of course, Vicky Free's coming out, and that's going to be expensive. And Callisto's Protocol is going to come out, and I've got to MOT the car, and that's going to be another £200 out. So it just makes more sense just to. I mean, I'm not struggling financially, but it's just it's not intelligent to spend money when I don't need to, if you know what I mean. And the laptop does the heating for me as well. Yeah, I can see. Well, when I was younger, or before all of this happened, I was quite a. I looked down on piracy quite a bit, but actually, the way I see it is, if you can't afford it, well, I can't be seen to be promoting it, but I can understand why people do it, especially if they haven't got a lot of money where they live and times are hard.
Beat him in pruning.
But if you've got the money to do it and you like the game, then of course, why would you pirate it? You know?
The harvest is in progress.
We're going. We won't waste time.
Are you well? Always stay alert.
We'll move fast.
But piracy used to be much easier to do. Well, it still is easy. But I've never did it myself because I was so worried about viruses and that. Because of course, you download that one bad link, you're sort of done for.
Yes, Liet. You will have it.
That one suspicious link. Am I going to be able to pay the spice fee? Yeah.
What does Liet command?
There's another spice field over here.
Listening. At your service. On the move.
Manpower, manpower. Need manpowers there as well. Alright, I'll start going down towards water. And then this is going to take me 127 authority, which is pretty expensive. Ah, Timey. Long time no see. How did your lesson go? How was your class or your exam?
Arrakis is our home. We won't waste time. Yes, Liet. Liet.
Nice. Of course, the what do you call it? The in the UK, the marking system's changed. So back in my day, back in the millennial day, it was A, B, or A star, A, B, C, D, and A to C was pretty good. But now, of course, it's changed a bit, and it's no longer that. It's all like 1, 7s, 8s, 9s, that sort of thing.
They don't belong here.
We're on it.
I need to go over here for money.
They don't belong here.
Money is tight in the Dune universe.
Hard work brings us peace from the guild.
But things are good on my end. Let's finish the Dead Space 2 playthrough. I'm looking forward to Vicky 3, so that's where my next save. I'm not buying any new games until Vicky 3, so I'm going to be replaying U-Boat because they've done a new update for that, probably later on next week or Sunday. And things are ticking on. I've got a job interview on Wednesday, which I want to hopefully, fingers crossed, that goes well. And we'll see how it goes. But the thing with this job is that if I do get the job, then I won't be able to stream as often because it's longer hours. Well, we'll see. I'm pretty comfortable right now, but I want to move closer to home because right now I'm up north, up in Yorkshire. So I want to move back down south with the family, back down to sort of Kent. So I'm sort of hoping that if I do get a job, I've got options. I need money.
Make it worth my time.
I will give you intel. If you take all this intel off me, I'll take this money off you. But we'll see. It's still early days. The thing is, up north, it's cheaper. It's like so much cheaper. You can buy a detached house like 160, 70 grand up north. But there's less jobs and you've got to do a longer commute. Whereas down south, there's more jobs, but everything is so much more expensive. You try and buy stuff down south, it's going to be an absolute nightmare. So we got our first siege. We're going to try and make these guys happy, so because they give us extra authority, and then of course, if we do get them on side, we can get plus 20% Solari production. That is extremely good for us, because that means that we can start stacking the bonuses from these sieges, and we don't have to have them in our territory. So that means that we can be very powerful very early on. I don't think I need to hold this. Yeah, we're good. So if I move back down south to say like Maidstone or Margate or that sort of area, I'd end up I'd have to probably commute back from my family's house now and the internet there's garbage.
We're ready to hunt the invaders.
But at least I'd be home.
We'll look for invaders there.
So most of my stuff would have to end up being recording. And so I've got to play that by ear, really. I would like to move home, but it's, right now the economic climate as it is, I'm a bit. I've got pretty good job security in the job I'm in for now, but I just want to do a change of pace. Yeah, I played Bioshock. I think I did a playthrough of it a while back. I quite enjoyed Bioshock. I tried Bioshock Infinite, but I just couldn't because. How do I put it? With Bioshock Infinite, the internet got attached to one of the the certain female character, and now I can't play that game with a straight face anymore. Seeing the things I've seen on the internet, they ruined that game for me because now I just have the trauma from knowing what people have done. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. They ruined it. I can't play that game now. So, Atreides is pretty much given at the moment. I think I'm doing pretty well. House Atreides still is getting good in the Landsrad, but I've got a lot of the spice deposits at the moment, so I'm not too worried just yet. so I'm pretty safe at the moment.
No matter how much you eat.
Just going to build up a couple of fortifications. I've got plenty of plasteel. I've got plenty of manpower. I might actually delete that because I want more water. Because that's how you get hegemony as the Fremen. Now you could play this and play wide and use worms and that to move around the map, but I don't really see the point. It's just, it just makes you too vulnerable. Yeah, it is. It's spice is so important for the Dune universe economy and the galactic civilization. The spice is like tea. You can't do without it. And so what happens? So it's all about the spice. And if you don't get the spice, then of course the world ends upon you. I started reading the Dune book, so I got through book 2. I'm on book 3 now with Leto the son, still as a kid. But the Dune universe is really underrated. I think the first book of Dune was a lot better though. The second book was all about politics, and it just sort of was a bit meh.
Taking position.
We'll get their water.
So saying that, the House Atreides is doing very well right now, which I need to see if I can control. I may have to, fight House Atreides. No worries, Enzo. Have a good one, and I'll see you later. See you later. But the Fremen are like the gorillas in this in the universe. They're like they're sort of desert warriors, and they sort of sabotage the spice and do raiding, and they really care about the water for in-law reasons, which I won't spoil for you. And also because it's a desert, and you can't really do without water in a desert. Yeah, I was going to say sand people too, but yeah, effectively sand people. I mean, without as in but nice, not in a derogatory way. Because they're the best warriors in the Dune universe. But they are in book 1. I think they're still the best in book 2 as well.
We're listening. Liet, we'll move fast. What does Liet command?
Oh, it's just the sieges. We're doing pretty well at the moment. We'll put some more into water production in a second. And then we can finally build our first research hub. Now they got a certain benefit, the Fremen. So they get one building that gives them all-round knowledge. I think it is. Oh, they did, but I think they've nerfed it. Oh no, here you are. Counts as an economy, military, and statecraft building. That means if you build one of these in a one district slot, you can get massive bonuses to your research. But it's all about the water, and you can get so powerful. Like the bonuses for each, if you get an alliance, is look, money immediately, and then with these guys, -1 command points for Dayakin, which are like the best units in the game, because they can just one tap anyway. Oh, am I too quiet? And my video's gone. My video's actually gone. Okay, there we are. I'm back. Oh, it's the rain. Oh, okay. Okay. I've got to turn. There we are. Gotta turn off the iPad again. I had some rain this morning, but nothing too bad. So we've got a wind trap. I'm going to have to build another plasteel factory. What bonuses do I get here? Oh, that's plus 20% supply daily. We got water out the arse now, like ridiculous amounts of water. We can start going down military.
Arrakis is our home.
But I can't seem to find any more spice. We'll go over here because there is a rare metal resource area we can go and get.
We're here.
And we're in a pretty good spot because we've got desert to our left, desert to our right, so they can only really come through here and come through here, so in a pretty strong place. It's a weird blend. It's like Civ, but also real time. Because you got like Civ victory conditions. It's like Age of Empires and Civ had a baby in the Dune universe. That's the closest I'd get. With worms as well. You can see the worms about to kick my ass. Can I do research? I can do a research hub. And then we'll go over here and take this. And of course, there's different ways to win. So you can win via hegemony, you can win via domination, you can win by controlling a Dune governorship, you can win by getting Coam shares, which are up here, which House Carino already has 10% of. So I suspect they're going for the Coam share victory. And then you've got the real-time aspects as well. And of course, different units have different abilities, so you play with your units differently. So these guys are more powerful the more outnumbered they are. So you end up with a Fede Kin, which is extremely powerful, but get massive bonuses if they're outnumbered. And so you can end up soloing with Fede Kin or completely demolishing stronger units if you fight them with yourself. But it's not a difficult game, even on hard. But I think it's more than multiplayer, which makes it really fun. So if you are going for multiplayer, I'd give that a go. There's no need for it to buy that. Because it's such a casual game, it's not like try hard, because it's very RNG based. Because you get random maps each time, you can't really build a proper meta. Like if I was in a bad spot, I'd have to do a different kind of victory. But because I'm in such a good spot, I can turtle. So because the maps are so different, it means that the gameplay isn't disgustingly meta. Like I only played one multiplayer game on this, and I very much enjoyed it because it wasn't disgustingly meta. I played with the smugglers, and you can have fun without winning in this game as well, which is great. So now we can form an alliance, and that gives us Fedaykin less combat cost. And we can form an alliance over here, which then gives us plus 20% Solari production. Which then makes us ridiculously rich and nothing can touch us. And we can buy loads of Coam shares now if we want. And that's why the Fedaykin is such an interesting, or the Fremen are such an interesting nation to play. Because it starts off very weak, but as time goes on, they can start allying with different sieges and get different bonuses, and then become disgustingly difficult to get rid of. Because you could pick off the Fedaykin pretty early, or the Fremen pretty early, but once they get the Fedaykin, they're really difficult to deal with. I feel like I'm going to have spice problems if I don't keep on expanding. I may move down to secure spice. So this is where to show off the movement mechanics. So let me get an infiltrator and get another warrior, and I'll show off why the Fremen are so unique.
Yes, Liet. We're going.
So these units have different combat abilities. So if we take a look at, say, these guys, so each faction has their own units and have their own unit strength. So the infiltrators, for example, have the ability to do more damage in the first attack. So that means they can do a lot of damage, and they're stealth, so they're good for ambushing, but they're not good at prolonged combat. Then you get your skirmishers that sort of do malice damage to enemy units, or with no armor, and then you've got warriors that disorientate. And of course, other factions are like your turtle factions that are really strong if they work together, like the Atreides and House Carino, and other factions do more damage the more damage they've received. So you can end up in with a very interesting playstyle. So if I send my gyrocopter over here, I think they're going to do a new faction called the Spacing Guild, but we'll see, because that'll be very interesting as well.
Agreed.
So you can see here, that spice is already owned by House Atreides. Now, I don't really want to go to war with House Atreides just yet. And that spice is also owned, and House Carino owns this spice.
We'll look there.
It's going to make it very difficult for me
Agreed.
to keep up my spice production now.
All clear.
I'm gonna try and do a hegemony victory, but if I can't because of the way the game is going, I will instead do something else. Instead, go for a domination victory. So we've got spice over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a load of boys, and I'm going to use my worm to thump it and move them all the way down here if I can. It's going to take a while. I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to move my worm over here first. I'll move my guys over here. But money is good. Everything's pretty good at the moment. We can do more research if we need to. It's a pretty easy game. It's pretty arcadey. Like, it's not very complex. If you need money, get money resources. If you need manpower, build some recruitment barracks. It's not a particularly complex game in that regard.
Always stay alert.
I'm going to have to move into
Yes, Liet.
Atreides territory.
Fast. What does Liet command?
Let's do a bit of research, a little bit of spying. So you get also different abilities, like once you've got enough intel, you can do, say, a supply drop,
What do you
and so on. That allows you to resupply your troops if they're out in enemy territory. Now that Imperial base I won't be able to touch until later on. So the worm eats us, or we ride the worm over to the next area. And then we try and ride the worm again once we move into this territory.
We're going.
The sand is our path.
Yes, Liet.
Taking position.
We won't waste time. We'll move.
We're gonna have to go broad.
Swift as the wind.
We won't waste time.
Bring the gyrocopter over here.
Arrakis is our home. Yes,
Yeah, I'm gonna go and secure this. So move the guys over here, put down that supply hub, and then our guys won't starve. Then we'll do another supply hub. We can now recruit our Fedaykin, which will be our strongest unit. So the more enemies we face, the stronger they are.
we're going. We'll hide our tracks.
The sand muffles our steps.
Still under supply grace, yep. So very powerful. Unfortunately, their great weakness is the fact that they need to recharge their worms early on.
Is our home. What does Liet command?
I think we're going to lose that.
We are listening.
Listening.
Worm it.
Shia-Lut willing. We're listening.
In House Carino.
We are listening. What do you need?
But I Fedaykin should deal with that. A Fedaykin is strong enough to deal with this. In the meantime, let's get more hegemony. And let's finally secure this spy site.
We're here. We're Arrakis Claw.
How's the Coam Yields doing? Yeah, House Carino is definitely going for a Coam Yield victory. We've got another siege under control. Just to understand where they could be getting so much
Clear. We'll look there.
money from. I mean, I've got money as well, but I'd have nowhere near the Coam yields they have. Okay, that's why.
Life
They got quite a bit of spice in this area, House Carino.
As fast as I can.
But I won't be able to deal with that.
As fast as I can.
Are you well? We'll start our harsh.
Anytime soon.
Hard work brings us peace from the guild. Life is in the service of life. He who beat you in digging, beat him.
You guys chasing my caravan? You are.
Wolves do not cause harm in their dens. No matter how much you eat, you wake up fasting. We'll follow the path you set before us.
Get over here.
The next step in our journey.
Should still be able to pay the guild fees, or what do you call it, the bribes. Bribing. We're winning this.
Life is in the service of life. This is our purpose.
There we are. Buy any more of the Cohen fees. Jesus, House Carino's really doing disgustingly well. Can I do any base damaging? Defense sabotage, yes. But I need a mobile turret, and for that I need support structures. We're gonna have to deal with House Carino. They're getting too strong.
Always stay alert. A nice spot for an ambush.
Getting too strong. But we've got money, we've got so much water, it's not going to be too much of a problem. Just got to remember to keep these guys allied. Make sure we're actually producing water in every site as well. Water. No water there. Give me a wind trap. No water there. And then we'll build our second military slot here. It'll cost me 1,500 money.
Listening. We're going.
What do I need for these guys? I need support structures. And we're working on that now. It's a bug. Build 2 new buildings, eh? I'll take 2 new villages.
We're here.
The building option is better. Build a building down here as well. Build yourself a little military base. Once I've got the plascrete to do so. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Good. Ally up. Who's winning the hegemony right now? I'm winning it, but House Carino is being more of a nightmare to me. I can build new buildings in the sieges, but I need 1,000 plascrete to do it. Game's getting a little bit buggy, a little bit turbulent now. Is that done? Yes, it is. Good. No more rebels. And a new allied siege.
Kulons are quiet.
Though I could do with more manpower. What isn't producing manpower? I can fix this with 500 plascrete.
Arrakis belongs to the Fremen. We'll avoid the sun.
Even if I destroy this Imperial base, though, I'm still going to need to do more damage. So this would be a wonderful place to build up. To start doing attacks. We can still afford this, this is fine. I just need my manpower up. And then we'll worm it to victory. The worm, you got to do the worm. You guys want to keep trading me, I don't want to trade.
Make it worth my time.
I want to kill you. He got so much Cohen right now. I've got to deal with him. The Cohen must be collapsed. I'm tempted to go now.
Lead us to freedom. We'll avoid the sun. This path is dry. We're going.
I'm going to go now and see what happens. Hup. Hup. Right, I got to go down to power mode, unfortunately. The game is starting to become a problem. There we are.
Listen to the sound.
The game is really becoming a problem. Let me go to even higher performance mode. These Imperial bases are an absolute nightmare to deal with.
We trust you, Liet. Lead us to freedom.
I mean, we're slowly winning it.
Liet, Yahya Jahada.
Oh, I didn't want to do probe setup. I want to do base defense. I want to do defense sabotage. That's a bit of a mistake there. Also, controlling all the sieges means they never attack you, which is great.
Liet, they'll meet our Chris knives.
Yeah, sabotage, supply drop. Yeah, they're sending all the boys at us now. I can't hear any sound effects from the fighting. Don't know if it's a bug or not. This is perfectly fine because the more they fight us, like the more outnumbered we are, the stronger we are. I should be able to knock it out on the next go. Oh, they got flamers. So mobile turret, loads of Fedaykin. Increase the guild spice payments.
We carry the clan's water.
We are starting to slow them down a bit. But I don't need to do any of those things, I'm happy with that.
Liet, lead
Manpower is the problem. See if these guys want any intel for plasteel.
Let's get to business.
You give me all these plasteel, I will give you all this influence. And you can give me a load of spice as well. Oh, maybe not. Money. And now we can start sabotaging.
Arrakis belongs to the Fremen.
Oh, I've run out of command power. Wow.
The maker and his water.
Shai-Hulud will
I didn't know these guys were so expensive.
we can.
The game is starting to chug. I'm going to have to go to performance mode. Didn't chug before, so I don't know why it's chugging now.
We welcome you, Liet.
That's not going to improve the situation. Chug, chug, chug. Oh, now it's like seamless.
This path is dry. We're going. Shai-Hulud willing. We'll avoid the sun.
We're doing pretty well, but House Atreides is doing better.
We trust you, Liet. With Shai-Hulud's favor. Listening.
I still think House Carino is a greater threat.
We carry the clan's water.
Okay, let's finish this bad boy off. In the meantime, can I find more manpower? Can I find more manpower to pull out my ass? Yes, I can. Good, the worm's coming. The worm, we are the worms. Blow this up.
Life is at the service of life. We weld the caravan goes on. Our warriors can rest here.
I mean, I can buy more Coma shares just to stop them buying more Coma shares. then once this is dealt with, we can move back up to where we were last were. Just about afford that. Interesting. Ascarino's decided to make a play over there.
Arrakis belongs to the Fremen. Listening. We're going.
We carry the clan's water.
Listening.
Who's going to win?
With the sun. We have no
House
fear.
Carino or one Fedaykin? We shall see. They immediately run away. Yeah, to be expected.
With Shai-Hulud's favor. We trust you, Liet. Arrakis belongs to the Fremen.
We carry the clan's water.
We'll avoid the sun.
But House Atreides is now the next thing I've got to deal with, so
Arrakis belongs to the Fremen.
it's all about
We're going.
all of it problematic.
With Shai-Hulud's favor. Listening. We'll avoid the sun. Lead us to freedom. Shai-Hulud willing.
That's the next Imperial base I've got to deal with.
Liet. We trust you, Liet. This path is dry. Shai-Hulud willing. We're going.
Wow, it is a lot harder. Still fun though. I think House Atreides is one of the more fun turtle nations.
This dry. Lead us to freedom. We'll avoid the sun.
Okay, and then we will now use our thumper, or we won't because we don't have any thumpers left. Instead, we will build a thumper producing site. I don't think we need a thumper, we can just literally walk our way over here.
We welcome you, Liet.
We're going. Our Chris knives are unsheathed.
Our warriors can rest here.
Okay. Go, 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 go. Buy more Fedaykin.
Are we needed?
Liet, listening. We'll send them to their shade.
They're throwing boys out as much as I am. You can't keep doing that. You can't keep throwing boys out. Eventually, you're going to run out of manpower.
We'll send them to their shade. Arrakis belongs to the Fremen. Arrakis belongs to the Fremen. They'll meet our Chris.
We carry the clan's water.
We trust you, Liet. Listening.
We carry the clan's water.
Arrakis belongs to the Fremen.
Can you guys move down and actually do some damage?
We'll try not to lose any coolants.
I didn't want that.
What do you need?
We'll appreciate what we'll meet.
We trust you, Liet.
Do we go as planned?
Lead us to freedom.
Bless the maker, and we'll
Especially because my manpower is so low. I need more manpower.
Arrakis is our home.
bless the maker and his water.
We'll go.
That didn't really work out according to plan. And it didn't really halt
Lead us to freedom.
Are we needed?
We'll avoid the...
Slow way is the safe way.
the threat from House Carino.
We carry the clan's water.
I'll try that again.
We carry the clan's water.
With Shai-Hulud's
I'll go down and secure this area, because then I can build a load of artillery platforms.
Trust you, Liet. We're going.
The coolants are quiet. We hide from the sun and our enemy's gaze.
Those artillery pieces don't appear to do a whole lot of damage.
No drop will be spilled.
Lead us to freedom. We'll avoid the sun. We're going. Liet. With Shai-Hulud's favor.
Okay. Now that should be enough.
Avoid the sun.
Arrakis is our home.
We're ready to hunt the invaders.
Listening.
We're listening.
Shai-Hulud willing. Will avoid the sun.
We carry the caravan goes on. Or we meet the caravan goes on. We'll settle here for a while.
Arrakis belongs to the Fremen. It. They'll meet our Chris knives.
What do you need? Liet?
Will avoid the sun. Our Chris knives are unsheathed.
We're not doing too badly. I think we're just about going to halt their growth. There we are. Good. That'll be the House Carino out the way. Done.
Caravan goes on.
And that is House Carino dealt with.
We carry
And then I'll send these guys over here to secure what's left of the...
We're going. We're going.
Spice. And then I'll have to deal with House Carino. No, House Atreides. No, I still don't know where their main base is.
I wait. We'll look there. Agreed.
We carry the clan's water.
With Shai-Hulud's favor.
Oh, there's their
We'll
base.
avoid the sun.
When's this going to be done? For a while. I'm going to wait for a while.
What do you need? We'll look there. We'll look there. Agreed. We'll look there. Received.
That's not House Atreides, that's the bloody smugglers.
Can. Agreed. We'll look there.
Bless the maker and his water.
This is House of Traders. That's that completely wrong.
All clear. Received. On our way. Agreed. Lead us to freedom.
Okay, now we can take this.
Warriors can rest here. We'll appreciate what
It's got to be over here somewhere.
I wait. As fast as I can.
Okay, give me one of these bad boys. Give me some more recruitment. And then we're going to need more water as well.
Arrakis belongs to the Fremen. Lead us to freedom.
are we needed? Life is in the service of life.
I need 218 authority.
Listening.
Okay, back over here.
Shai-Hulud's favor.
Hard work brings us peace from the guild. We'll follow the path you set before us.
Why is my authority so low? Can I build any more authority buildings? No.
No matter how much you eat, you wake up fast.
All clear. On our way.
Where the hell is their main capital? Yeah, okay. That's going to be a nightmare to get to, but I'm going to have no choice.
Life is in the service of life. We'll settle here for a while. The Kulons are quiet. We welcome you, Liet.
Right, see if I can buy some plastil off these guys. And I will give you influence. Give me all your plastil. I'll give you all my influence. And some intel. Good. And then that means I can start doing some sabotage, hopefully, in their territory.
We carry the clan's
Right, this is done. Nothing else I really want. I mean, do a Shah-Hulud temple, and then we tell these guys to
Maker and his water.
start beating up
No drop will be spilled.
House Atreides if we need to. which I think we're going to have to. They're too far on the hegemony. Yeah, I need to get over there.
Are you well? The Kulons are quiet. We welcome you, Liet.
Get as close as possible, then aim for Arakeen. Or Arakeen.
Shai-Hulud willing.
The Kulons are quiet. The Kulons are quiet.
We'll avoid the sun. This path is dry.
Go, 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 go.
We'll avoid the sun.
Good, let's place a thumper down.
The Kulons are quiet. We carry the clan's water.
Fingers crossed we'll be able to do this. Go, worm, go.
Liet?
Before this arsehole gets... Yeah, he may win this before I have a chance to kill him.
Bless the Maker, and this is a good place to camp.
We are listening.
We welcome. The slow way is the safe way. The slow way is the safe way. Our warriors can rest here. We're ready to hunt the invaders.
They'll meet our Chris knives.
We will help if we can.
Lead us to freedom. Arrakis belongs to the Fremen.
The Kulons are quiet. Are we needed? We welcome you, Liet. Bless the Maker and his water.
We trust you, Liet.
What do you need?
We trust you, Liet.
Okay, get sent back to the spawns. See if we got any more boys I can keep feeding in.
With Shai-Hulud's favor.
I mean, I can't get any more thumpers, so it's not going to help me.
Yes.
We trust you, Liet. Lead us to freedom.
We're ready to hunt the invaders.
Listening. We're going. This path is dry. We trust you, Liet.
Motherfucker. No. No. Well, that's pretty fun. Pretty fun. So my mistake was probably not dealing with House Atreides earlier. I let them turtle, which normally I can do on medium difficulty, but on hard difficulty they actually were really good at dominating the lands red. So we'll exit here. And now I'm going to do a bit of recording. Boop, 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 boop. And this time we'll give options, graphics, and go back to normal now. The multiplayer go. Let's do some multiplayer. Let's do multiplayer. This looks very powerful. New traitor. Or what? Oh no, that's the loyal one. It was the other guy. It was what's his face? The other Mentat. Oh no, the guy who had what do you call it? Imperial conditioning. We could make the siege more hostile, but we'll keep it as it is for now. Ooh. Nice relaxing Saturday. I'm still going to do bits and bobs Sunday, but altogether it's not been too bad a day. Not been too bad a day. I've got to do some washing of clothing and so on and so forth, but hey ho. Let's see what else is on the Steam store while we wait. It's just been a really slow month, hasn't it? For games. I mean, Scorn came out, but that's had mixed reviews. And there's nothing good. There'd be nothing good out at the moment. I should have blobbed more at the Fremen. I should have blobbed a whole lot more. That was my mistake, because if I was going for the hegemony victory, I would have had to produce more water. And so I should have just started mass producing water. And I needed more territory to do that. So that was my own fault there. My mistake. But hey ho, damage is done. That draft. Nothing. There'd be nothing. I mean, there are games, but no one's really playing it right now. But boys and girls, we'll leave it here. I'll probably download a war game of some sort, maybe, I don't know, Hell Let Loose or something like that. While I wait to see what... mate, I don't really want to start U-Boat today because it's already halfway through the day, and U-Boat's something you need to really immerse yourself in. I'm not going to feel like I'm going to be in the mood for that. But there you go, that was the Fremen, very interesting faction. Get some very powerful buffs, but you can see they're not very good at wiping out enemy fortifications or enemy bases just by themselves, and so those are more for sort of the hegemony win or just the paralyzing the enemy via raiding tactics and so on. Still, I would have preferred to get my hands on the Fremen before the patches to remove the caravans as mobile bases. But it is what it is, and I will not complain because I've been enjoying it regardless. So, boys and girls, with that, I will leave you to it. You may see me on later. Odds are you probably won't, though, but we will find out. Anyway, adieu.